I'm finna blow your mind on this episode, I am. You be having some crab legs and you all the time be wanting to boil them or steam them. Quit! Stop the music right there. We ain't gonna do it. We're gonna throw them on the fire. We're gonna give them some smoking, lock that flavor in. Yes, you can get smoke to penetrate, but guess what? As a bonus, I'm gonna show you how to cook some of them scallops, seared and smoked and grilled. So come on, cause me and SpongeBob and SquarePants is fitting to get after this one. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the backyard, and look what just crawled in here. What are we talking about? Crab legs. Woo! Some of my most favorite food, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't ever get in a crab leg eating contest with Shan, cause she'll put you to shame. But folks, I do be loving me some crab legs. Now, you can steam them or you can boil them, yeah, but no, let's jump it up a whole big notch here and let's throw them on a smoker. You say, well, Cowboy, can't them's got them shells on there. You can't get no smoke. You gotta try to blow the smoke through this end to get it here? No, We're gonna slow smoke them about 20 to 25 minutes and let that smoke, it'll flavor, get plumb through that shell. Whew, it'll be so good. But to pair up with that, what are we gonna do? One of my favorite dishes too, and I'm talking about some scallops. Ooh, I do love me some of them scallops. Now, a lot of you just be having them pan seared, but we're gonna get to that in a minute, and we're gonna smoke some, we're gonna pan sear some, and one of them's even gonna end up grilled. Whew, it is gonna be good. So let's get on with it. You want to? What I'm holding there is some snow crab. Now, I really like them. To me, they're a little bit sweeter and they're easier to crack, but you got them other ones that's got what? Got all them big spiny deals on them. What are they called? King crab. Bigger piece of meat, bigger crab, but they're harder to crack sometimes, and you will have to use a tool most of the time to get all the meat out. That's why I really like these little snow crab legs. And if you look around, they ain't none in the pool. Ain't none crawling across the yard nowhere. You'll be saying, where did the Cowboy find them? Well, folks, I get a lot of my crab legs right over there at Sam's. Yeah, they got snow crab legs that are flash frozen, and me and Shan have eaten them for a long time and they are good. But if you can get it fresh, hey, I'm all for it. But when you do, call me, because I'm going to show up. I ain't going to cook them, but I'm going to help you eat them. If we're going to smoke these, you need to get you a really good mellow light smoke is what I'm talking about. And that is what? Fruit wood or alder wood, or you can combine it. Now, we got the Fogo, throw it in the Hasty Bake right now.
It is Fogo.
Fogo? Let me see. Fogo and 7 years ago. Was that, no?
That was good.
That's not it? No, my good friend Sebastian down there, Fogo Charcoal, they always keep us supplied in Fogo. And folks, there is none better to me. I've opened up many a sack of every kind there ever was, and I was tired of looking at crumbs. In this stuff right here, this big bags, you got some big old pieces of wood in there, and that's what I'm after.
And this is not sponsored.
No, it is not sponsored. No, but I'm gonna use it because it is good. We're mixing that oak with a little alder and a little apple. Now, you need to preheat your smoker, if you got one, to about 225 to 235. You can do this on the grill, and how we're going to do that is what? Direct and indirect. So we're going to start out over there on the indirect side and just let that good alder wood and that apple just float in through there and get all the love on it. But hey, one thing you need to know, we're going to baste them as we cook them. There you go, thinking you can't get through there. Oh, it can, folks, and you will see it and you will believe it and you'll say, it is a miracle. They taste so good. We didn't steam them and we didn't boil them. Woo. But one thing you got to remember, when you get these done, you can chill them. You can eat them right away. You can save them until the next day. Make sure you put them in the ice box. But hey, we need to get after it because I've got the bad craving for some crab legs. Let's get her open. It is greased and ready to go. All the heat is down here. All the crabs are going to crawl down here on this end. That's where they want to start out. And you can arrange them however you want, but I like to turn that big end towards the hardest part of the fire. So we're going to get them in there, and you can even stack them if you be running out of room. Get you 25 or 30 pounds on there at one time. Now, while them sitting there just minding their own business for about, I'd say 20 to 25 minutes, we're going to mix this up a little basting to go with it, because folks, you got to baste them to get some of that good flavor and to sink in there and let all that smoke just Now, them crab legs has been in here about 8 to 10 minutes, and folks, you can flip them if you want, but you don't have to. But we need to baste them. You see me mix this up with 2 sticks of butter and some wonderful stuff that went in there with it, and the recipe and all the ingredients will be listed down there in the little link below. So they're hot. they say, hey, I need some love here, so let's give them a little basting. And you're gonna do this 2 to 3 times as you're cooking along in here. And if somebody's in the way, just move him over and just keep basting. Well, them little crab's leg finished smoking, they did, and they got chunked over there in the Yeti and got some ice on them so they can go to chilling and stop that cooking process. But while we're waiting on them to chill down and things to cooperate, and Mage to take a nap right there maybe, Mage, you need to get up, buddy. I really be loving me some of these scallops. Now, I think they come from down in the water in a shell, but I ain't for sure because I ain't never seen none. I can't find none in the pool over there, but ooh, folks, these is some of that good. And I just get them picked up there frozen at Sam's is the only place I can find them anywhere close. But we gotta have a little marinade for them because they're gonna get out of there, get into here, jump onto the hasty bake. So let me cut this little lemon for you, just a little, because we gotta have about that much. And a little bit of lime. We could make a margarita, couldn't we, Shane, if we had all the stuff? So give it a little squeezer in there. I have a little bit of avocado oil because I'm really fond of it, I am. I'd say about that much maybe. And then we have some minced garlic. 2 little cloves or 1 big one, whatever you got handy. Give it a little stir because these are just barely going to get a little coating in this. One of the biggest things you got to remember when you're cooking some scallops, where you're doing pan seared or on the grill, is them little fellers is wet. Remember where they live? Down at the bottom of the sea with SpongeBob and all them other creatures. I mean, they are some of that wet. And when you pat them dry here, I don't want you to mash it. I just want you to give them a little pat. You can see the moisture that come out of that already. Make sure you get him patted on both sides and just set him right out here and do all the rest of them you got. We got the same kind of wood in there as we did them crab legs with. We got us a little bit of oak, some alder, and some apple. Now remember I told you we was going to do these 2 ways as the wind is guffing here in the southwest corner it is. That's why I sure do love this road mic. Yeah, they'll be going all the way across the yard here in a minute. Now, we're going to smoke some of these and then finish them in a skillet, but we're going to put some on there that we're just going to grill. Now folks, this don't take long, and the tip I got for you, if you can do it, is try to find ones that are all similar to the same size and shape, because your cooking time is going to vary if you don't. So I'm trying to get all the participants up here. You want to play the shell game right quick? Which one is the peanut under? Tell me quick, Shin. No? Don't remember? Okay. Remember our little marinade? Just give everybody a little bitty light jumping in there. Don't take much.
What does that do?
It's going to give it a little flavor, but it's also going to give it a little greasing when it hits that grill. And you got to make sure that that grill is really cleaned and really oiled well, because we don't want nothing to stick on there and lose some of this meat. We want it all to come back to us. Well, got them greased, we do. A little coarse ground black pepper, if we can get it in there for the wind. It may have to be over here on this side, I don't know. Don't take much, folks. Heat's on this end. We're gonna do the smoked and seared first over here on this end. So, and I'm gonna tell you something, hear that sizzle? If your little scallops is too small that they want to try to fall through there, run your skewer through them to where you can get them, and you can put 2 levels on there. Trying to get the ones that are oddball in shape right out here first. And we need to go ahead at this point, folks, and just go ahead and grab that Griswold and let it get to preheating, because that will come up next. Now, the bigger ones, we're gonna go ahead and place right over here. Got the fire down here pretty low in the hasty bake, because we're just trying to get a good char on them, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, flip them over, about 2 minutes, and we'll be good to go. So, let me get them all in the right spot. And this happens pretty quick, it does, so if you got some extra guidance and extra hands, get them on board for this, because you might need them. Now, we're going to flip them that have been over here searing as soon as we get all these participants on there so they can get a good little smoke bath over here on both sides. We ain't going to leave that lid shut long, I promise you that. So let me get them flipped over right quick because we want to get that smoke flavor infused in them before they hit that skillet here in just a second. And that skillet is getting hot as we speak. Well, folks, we've been on about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes we have, and we got us some smoke rolling. First thing we need to do is see if these little fellers is easy to turn, and I'm wanting to get just a little more than that, so I'm gonna set them right back over here. That one there I'm gonna call close enough because I like that color he's got. You can see there's a little flame down there. We throwed in a little more of that apple wood just to get us some good smoke flavoring to come about. So over here he goes. I think the Griswold has got hot. He's also sitting on one of them scallops, so that guy got mashed a little, Shan.
It's like musical scallops.
Uh-huh. Now, folks, got a little dab of olive oil in there, or avocado oil. Hear that sound? That is a good sound. 1 is north. 2, 3. We put them in order so we know who to turn when we get back to it because it don't take long. We just want to get a good sear on there, lock that smoke flavoring in, and things will be happening, and my fingers are burning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody over here want to appreciate. You can see the color we got there is already coming back through. So let's get them turned over. Things happen pretty quick, they do. It's time to turn number 1. That's what I'm talking about. Number 2 is coming around the corner. 3 is right there behind him and coming down the home stretch. B4 looking at the finish line. Here comes 5 sneaking up from behind, but he got off the racetrack. Number 6 is closing in fast. Oh no, he's out of water and can't swim. And look here, jumping up is number 12 at 14 to 37 odds. Well, the hasty bake, she done a good job, and let me tell you, right now there's a little code down there. You can get 10% off on them hasty bakes, so be sure and check them folks out. Rich up there at Tulsa, they always do us a good job. But let's talk about the star of the show, the crab legs and the little scallops. Now, when you smoke them scallops and you let all that flavor just get in there, it don't take long, about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and then put them over on that really hot skillet with a dab of that olive oil just to give them this little golden crust here on both sides. It don't take long, folks, about 2 minutes and it's a done deal. Now, these grilled ones, you're just looking for these good grill marks here on both sides. And I can smell that citrus coming out of there real quick. You're just looking for a good color there because it don't take much to cook one, and there ain't nothing worse than an overcooked one or an overcooked one that you had to pay for. So, okay, there, my gosh, there's already a piece of meat hanging right out there. Shannon, I'm gonna let you have the first bite because I love you. Yes, ma'am. Get that right there.
See ya.
She's gone. That'll be all of it. So,
you do get the smoke.
Well,
that was an outside guy. Do you get
so,
it on the inside?
You're fitting to. Just give him a little cracking right here, and then just pull it right out of there, folks. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna set that piece right there. Go ahead and crack it one more time and get that piece and set it right there. Then I'm gonna get me one of these grilled ones, and I'm gonna get me one of these seared and smoked ones. I think we'll go with the snow crab. So light and delicate, you can see.
Do you get the smoke?
That alder wood comes through there just so much, but you can get a little bit of them herbies and that butter. I want you to have this bite, Shan, again, because I know this is one of your favorite foods, and your man always gonna take care of you and love you. Now, get that little mellow hint of that smoke that's in there. Oh,
it's really different.
It is so good. So let's go ahead and start with this one.
What's that?
Smoked and seared. The citrus comes out of that we marinated that in, don't take long. And just a simple seasoning of salt and pepper. What? Sadie? How many people we got on hand here today?
The crew is a little short.
Let me tell you why the big ain't here. It ain't beef. So, do you like a scallop, Sadie? She says, I have never seen such. Where's my little major head? What do you think, Major? You'll eat anything once, won't you? There we go. Got the crew fed, we did, and we're gonna break down. Come on now. Do the little crab hop. Go down to the bottom of the ocean. Things is so good. And while y'all sitting there and watching, I'm gonna go ahead and have another bite. Woo-wee! Remember now, everything we use will be listed down there in the little link below. And oh, I gotta tell you, this video would go really well with the one we did before there. What? Surf and turf. Get all this to going at one time, invite the neighbors over, give them a big hug, charge them $60 when they leave, and you have a great big party time, you will. But as always, folks, I thank all our servicemen and women and all the veterans that have kept that old flag flying over camp no matter where me and Shannon are at. We pay you so much tribute. And remember that flag I told you about? Cody Childers and his family sent me that flag. It's flew over at Washington when they were doing a tribute to him. Lost his life over there in Afghanistan. And Cody, my friend, we thank you so much for your service, brother, and all them that are keeping us safe. And we'll even throw out a shout out to Navy SEAL Team 10 there and all them fellas that have been watching over my cast iron heroes. So thank you all, servicemen and women and veterans, for keeping us safe, because that's what it's about. Shan, Andy, thank y'all. Pups was a little shy today, but we thank y'all too. God bless you each and every one, and I'll see you down. I ain't gonna boil them crab legs no more. I'm gonna smoke them. Crab legs and scallops. No, not boiled and steamed, not just seared. We're gonna smoke some of them. We're gonna steam. No, we ain't gonna steam. No, ain't gonna happen. Lady, you don't need it. You'll just tear that up. Hey, let me have it. Thank you, sweetheart. Now, they're real lively, I'll tell you.